Hello everyone. I'm Eugene and I'm working on Hope Worldwide. Now we are going to look more about management functions and styles because we need to have effective management in an organization. And as you know, if the organization have effective management, the productivity also will be great. Without spending a lot of time. In this presentation, we are going to look. We have an outline, which is we are going to look first of all definition of management, of course, and then we look after management functions, which are planning, organizing, staffing, reading, and controlling. So. After that, we look management style, which is electing, delegating, and discussing. Then we'll make conclusion, and also you can have a reference on this presentation. So, as definition, when we say management, management is the act of engaging with an organization, human talent, and its resources to accomplish desired goals and objective. Basing on a favorite definition, you see that management is about enacting, engaging with an organization, human talent, and its resources. Here we have human and resources. So we have that point, human resources. When you say management, you can understand human and resources. Also, effective management, according to Robert, effective management and leadership involves a creative problem solving, motivating employees, and making sure that the organization accomplishes objectives and goals. Here, we have another point when we say management, we have another point of goals and objectives. So, combining those main three points, human resources and other resources and also goals, when you combine those things, we can have a clear idea about organizing of management. So the first management function is what called planning. When you say planning, it decide what needs to happen in the future. So planning involves the main things, especially defining goals. Or when we say goals, is how maybe the organization should look like in the future time. Here, goals, objectives we can have on them in planning. Planning is all covering the goals of an organization. However, also it involves determining the most effective course of actions. So you understand that we have a goals. We need to get at certain place in the future period of time, but also we need to know how will we reach on that point. So this is what you call determining the most effective course of actions that can be taken to reach on those goals. Know the company's resources and the future objectives, as we saw in definition. When you say resources, including those materials, including human resources. So we need to make a link between those resources and the future plan of the organization. So maybe an example of this function is about preparing the expansion of business by bringing a new product. When you have a new product, we need to prepare maybe to have a new product in an organization. We need the planning. In that planning, we need to have which resources we have, which human resources will be involved in this so that we can have that new successful new product. This is an example of planning. Planning is all about making future goals that can be determined by an organization and how we reach on those goals. The second is about organizing. The second management functions is about organizing. When you say the organizing of leadership control the overall structure of the company. So the organizing is the one which control overall the structure of the company. Organizing involves many things, especially assigning tasks and responsibility to employees, developing the organizational structure, developing chain of command, making optimum use of resources. Organizing is where everyone will know what he or she can be completing as the task as her or his task. Also, it involves about developing organizational structure. Who is the leader, who is the subordinate. So an example for organizing is like assigning technicians solve machines problem. When you say assigning technicians solve machine problem, here you understand that there is a certain thing of assigning task to special person who have the skills of maybe handling the machine problem. The next is about staffing. Staffing is another organizational functions. Staffing is control or recruitment and the personal needs of the organization. Staffing involves many things, but some are the following, like the job analysis. Staffing is the where staff sit and see maybe what job we need, maybe in a certain employee to this certain job. So job analysis is the task of staffing. So also after analyzing that job, they hire the people which are right. They don't hire people which are not right. So hire the right people for the right jobs is another kind of responsibility for staffing. Also, they are the one who are encouraged to in training and development of the staff members. Also, performance appraisals, also promotions and transfers of different people of their employees. So here, when you say promotion and transfers, staffing is the one who need maybe to say these people can be promoted on this level because or maybe he's performing well. An example of a staffing responsibility is about hiring a new accountant. When we have a vacant place of accountant, staffing is the one who make a job analysis of that place and they hire the new accountant. Also, you can have maybe training staff about computerizing. Here, it's the new skills we need in the company, but also we need a certain person to work on those new skills. So we need training for the whole staff. Reading is another managerial functions, also determining what needs to be done in a situation and getting people to do it. It involves the following. It takes place in the meeting and the other planning sessions. It control or the other organizing planning, staffing. And also it where they involve in the communication in the team, also supervising our department. An example is communicating a new working timetable maybe, or call meeting for the whole department. Here maybe when we need new working timetable. Leading team is the one who will publish it as that table. So generally, we have also controlling as another managerial function. So when I say controlling is about all checking current outcomes and making adjustments when necessary so that goals are achieved. Those are the people who look if maybe what you are doing is fit or is totally the same as the goal we have. So it involves the many things, including establishing performance standard. Monitoring the output of the employees or identify the problem that need to be solved, making adjustment of those problems. When you have a certain problem which can discourage us to meet our goals, here controlling team is the one maybe which will determine those problems and making adjustments on how we can solve those problems. So an example is about maybe checking of produce the quality of it if it means standard. Here we have a standard, performance standard, and controlling can making a control about the produce the quality of the product if it meets the standard, so that we can make sure that we achieve on our goals. So after seeing those managerial functions, we can have management styles. When you say management style as definition is the leadership style or the behavior pattern that a leader adopted to influence the behavior of his followers. You understand here the leadership styles is is a way of leader choose to influence his or her followers. When there are three types of management style, the first one is directing style. When you say directing style, it promotes learning through listening and following directions. Here, about directing style, manager tells employees what to do, how to do it, and when it needs to be done. You understand it is about directing. So an example, when the army are in the battle, it is better if the high commander direct them what to do. We know when we have battle, the commander is the one who direct other soldiers what to do. We have also directing style. Electing style, it promotes learning through empowerment. Through empowerment. Here, the electing manager assign task to employee independently. An example is doing a research in a given organization. Each person assigned what to look for, and when he or she to bring the outcomes. And after bringing the outcomes, all the team can combine so that they can see what the result of the research. We have also discussing style. Discussing style, it promotes learning through interactions. Interactions. So here, it encourages critical thinking and level discussions. An example is maybe when Congress is voting a new law, everyone should participate in with ideas. Everyone bring the ideas and so that they can maybe come up with final decision. So the electing style, they all of those styles they have strength and weakness. Let us start by the electing style. The strength of the electing style, it increase the productivity to employee. Also, it increase the respect to managers. It is better when there is a crisis. When a company have the problem of crisis, it is better when the manager use this electing style to overcome those crises. Also, it promotes discipline in employees. As a weakness, it is not effective for higher skilled employees because when you have higher skilled employees and they try to direct them, so they tend to maybe to undermine you. So also, it is not productive when instructions are ambiguous or not clear. It is not highly promote teamwork, of course, because the manager will direct what to do, so it will not clearly promote teamwork. Also, employees do not work if the manager is out because employees are familiar to go to the elections of the manager. The elections of the manager, if the manager is not around, so they will not work well. About the electing style, the strengths, each employee knows what to do. Also, it increases confidence to employees. It brings independence to employees, which increases creativity. It increases the maturity, culture, and organization. As a weakness, update is always needed by manager. Also, employees can become lazy. They are not as they are not they are dependent. Many check-ins needed. It is not productive when employees do not know what to do. Discussing style. The strength of discussing style, including employees working together, of course, there is team working. Staff have experience and credibility. Steady working environment, yeah, and it has effective communication under the team. As the weakness of the discussing style, employees must be coordinated. There is a crisis, no time for meeting. There is lack of competence, close supervision required. Sometimes it can be decreased respect to the manager. As conclusion, a good organization should use a respect or management functions. All departments should work together toward the same goals with respecting their managers of each the function. Also, organization goals, employees, resources, and working environment should be the main factors to consider when a manager chooses management style. When a manager chooses management style, he or she could consider all organization goals, employees, resources, and the working environment. And thank you so much. Here is the reference list. If you can refer, you need to refer, you can them. Thank you so much for this attention. And I think after this presentation, all of you are going to become effective managers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.